In this tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector, I'd like to show you how you can make a transition and add sound to it. There are two ways to do this. If you're a 365 user, there are 12 new effects which have sound baked in. But you don't have to be the 365 subscriber in order to do what we're going to show you. In fact, I think building your own is much more effective. But we're going to look at both options. So the first thing we're going to do is check out the new sound effects combined with transitions if you're a 365 subscriber. There are a dozen of them. We get to them by going to the transitions room at the very top. And then I'll go to a category, and if I look at my category under transitions, I have a new one that says with sound effects. I'll click on that. And here I have a dozen. Let's preview them and see what they can do. First one is called whoosh. I'll take and drag it down between these two clips. Now if I look at my time clock above the timeline, I see that my default here is 1 second. I think I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it 4. Press enter. And now let's see and hear what this transition is like. Okay, there's the whoosh transition. Now what I've found is if you lengthen or shorten the duration, I can simply click on this and click on the edit button. And it will allow me here as well to change the duration. I've discovered that no matter how long or short you make it, the audio part is fixed. It's a fixed length. The visual will change, but the audio won't change in terms of length. That happens at the very center of the transition. The other thing you can change is whether the transition is overlap or cross, and you can change the volume. I have to widen the panel to see the options. It starts out at 100 and goes to what's called 400. So if you want to increase the volume of the sound in the transition, you can use this slider either to make it less or make it significantly more. I'll close that panel out and get myself some more real estate. So all I did so far was I didn't change the duration of the transition, just the sound of the audio that's inside it. Let's listen and watch. Okay, that's the change. So let's try a couple of others. Let's look at what the camera one does. If we click on this and play it, we have the image and we have the sound of an electronic shutter. So we have the combination of the visual and the audio. The third one is sparkle of the 12. Let's look and listen. Now in this one, I don't hear anything. So it's very subtle. You can increase the volume again, but I'm surprised it's not any noisier. Next one is film roll. Let's try that one. And if you like these transitions but don't like the sound, again, you can click on the edit button and turn the sound down to 0. So there's the subtle sound with that one. The next one is glitch. And this is what it looks and sounds like. Called a few moments later. This is one of the oddest ones in my perspective.
A few moments later.
Now that's a very interesting audio sound on that one. Let's do no signal beep. The next one is explode. This is more on a comic style. Then we have another audio one. Human voices saying oh. Again, you can't change the duration of the sound, only the duration of the transition. Or tennis wave. The next one is countdown, and it's a countdown from 3 to 0. And the last one reminds me of Family Feud, American TV show. It's called Wrong. Now those are the ones that you have. You might find one or more of them useful. You've learned how to edit them. But let's get to the thing that I think is even better, is how to make your own. How would I do that? Well, first thing, I want to also be in the transitions room. But let me go into, say, one of my favorites. Let's take a page roll and drag this one down. And when I play it without a sound, this is what I have. And all I need to do is add a sound. Well, there are all kinds I can add, because if I go to my audio bin and click on the sound effects, I have a host to pick from, and I can actually search. I can drag down through all the options, or I can search for something. Let's try monster heartbeat. Okay, I'll take that, drag it down. Now it's much too long, so we're going to widen the clip so we can see the waveform. And then clicking on it, I'm going to right click and choose my trim option. So here is what it is. I can listen to it. And I only need one of these. So let's take this one here. I'll move my cursor to this place and I'll do my mark out. That will cut it off. I'll trim. I'll drag it so it's centered on the middle. And if we play it this way, this is what we've got. Okay, so I've used a transition like that. Let's try another one for fun. I'm going to take another transition. Let's take the wipe center, drag it down on the track, change the transition, and I'm going to try a different kind of audio effect. I'll go to audio again. I want to be in my favorites. Let's try WHO. I'll type that in. And let's trim it on the front. I'll take this one. I'll do a mark in with this icon. And we'll do a mark out, shorten it even a little more. Click on trim, move the clip. And now when I play it, I have sound and a transition together. And here we have it. You have another one here I'm going to use, which is called wrong. Let me simply delete this. This will emulate one of the ones that we had that was in the built-in option for 365 subscribers. Okay, so you can use anything you want, any combination of sound effect, any combination of transition, and so you're not limited to the options you have, even if you have 365, but it's an interesting way to combine the two features when you're transitioning between clips in CyberLink PowerDirector.